What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines. And today we're going to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns. Let's get into it.
First off, congratulations to the 2021 NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks and all of their fans. Because I'm telling you, I bet you they got a lot of bandwagon fans right now. But I'm not on the bandwagon. I'm
not on the bandwagon either. And I can tell you they did have a lot of bandwagon fans because actually the city of Milwaukee shut all the way down. Yeah. Over 60,000 people in front of the arena. Really? So not one restaurant was open.
I know.
I bet you McDonald's was. But no, it was amazing. It was amazing to see.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Now, people are starting to say that Giannis is the first superstar to win a championship without a super team. Even he has been quoted as saying it. In retrospect, are the Milwaukee Bucks a super team?
No, I don't think they're a super team. I think that they were a great team of players that had the continuity necessary, the game plan necessary in order to win this championship. That's it. Don't make it any more than just that. Great team at the time, today. Great players that laid it all out on the line, played against a team that they figured it out how to win, do a late series sweep, right? And that's it. That's it. That's what this 2021 NBA championship is all about. But super team, no, miss me.
Okay, so look, I think it's fair to say that maybe they are because a super team is defined as 3 or more superstars all in their primes. Is it fair to say Giannis is in his prime?
Yes, Giannis is in his prime. Khris Middleton is in his prime, and so is Jrue Holiday. I can support that. But what I don't know is if they were also another thing that helps define a super team is that are they Hall of Fame bound?
Well,
okay, so if I use that as my definition, I would have to say that Giannis absolutely. Come on, look at all the accolades he's received. You can just go to his Wikipedia page and look at that. But what I'm saying is he has a lot, right? 5-time NBA All-Star. We can go on and on. I mean, he just won MVP final. He just won a championship. So he's all of that. And he 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time MVP. I mean, Giannis will be a Hall of Fame individual. Guaranteed. I just can't say the same today. I'm not saying what the future looks like, but right now, that Khris Middleton and Jrue Holiday is that. I think that the Bucks were able to pull together what they needed in this particular series, in this particular season to get them to win the championship. I don't know today. I would say that. Let's check to see if next season,
right,
when they play these same teams, if they run it back and they play these same teams, and now hopefully these teams are healthy, because again, everybody is out of the playoff contention when a major injury happens. That's just what it is. So I don't know. I don't know.
Well, one thing is for sure, Jrue Holiday and Khris Middleton, they're all-stars in their own right. Right. Yeah. And they were selected to be a part of the Olympic team. So they're no scrubs. They're not scrubs. And I know you're not saying that.
I'm not saying that.
But there's a fair argument that maybe they are a super team and a would-be dynasty if they stay together for the next couple of seasons.
I can support that. That's what I'm saying. I can support dynasty stay together. If we revisit the same question 2 years from now, my answer will probably be different. What I am saying is that do I determine them a super team right now? No. Right? Because if that's the case, we would have been labeling them a super team, in the regular season. No, we're saying that now because they won the championship.
Yeah.
Right. So now we have this recency bias where all of a sudden, they're a super team. Yeah, but we weren't speaking super teams, in round 1 of the playoffs. Right. So that's all I'm saying. Now, if next season they run it back and they make it this far again, then let's have the discussion. But for right now, no, they were a great team that put together a great strategy that were able to compete and win the NBA finals. That's what they did. Super team. Let's see what it looks like in 1 to 2 years. If 1 or 2 years more, if they decide to run it back with the same 3. That's all I'm saying.
All right. I can support that. So I guess it's fair to say that Giannis did not win this thing on his own.
Absolutely not. You know what though? Can we just change that? No, even though he put up 40 plus points, all of that looks great. But I've seen Giannis put up 40 plus points in the playoff series and they lost.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's stop that. What I am saying is this. if Giannis went out in game 4 in the conference finals against the Atlanta Hawks, did he not? He did not play the last 2 games. He did not play game 5 or game 6. So if Brooke Lopez and Khris Middleton did not step up in games 5 and 6, you know that the Milwaukee Bucks would not have advanced. And if Trae Young wasn't out because of his foot injury, again, we can actually go through all of the scenarios that would have changed the trajectory of the Milwaukee Bucks, right? So no, Giannis did not do it by himself. Was Giannis outstanding? Absolutely.
He was.
Who's going to deny that? He was an amazing. Did he carry in some aspects? Yes. But did he do it by himself? Absolutely not. Matter of fact, you had other players on the Milwaukee Bucks. If you look at their box score, they had an equal balance of all their scores, which means that everybody contributed. Now, PJ Tucker with his less than 10 points. I mean, but his defensive prowess is what helped them, you know, in that aspect. But no, Giannis did not do it by himself. No, he may have been the highlight reel because he gives you great highlights, but he was not out there by himself.
I'm telling you, Jrue Holiday's defense and Khris Middleton's clutch. I mean, his clutch performances, he is, I don't know. They're not very super popular. You know, that's the thing. They're not super popular, but I don't know. Maybe after this season, they will be.
I hope so. I want the national news, NBA news people to start recognizing great players. I don't care who they are, right? So give Middleton and Jrue Holiday their flowers. They were up. Did you see the way Jrue Holiday manhandled?
Oh my God! Like,
come on! Did you see that grown man snap multiple times? Booker of the ball.
I know. That was crazy. Jrue Holiday. Come on. He's, when they say two-way player, he is. If two-way player was a person, it would be Jrue Holiday. You know what I mean?
I'm just again, great players. Giannis was not on that court by himself.
Oh no.
I don't care. Giannis would have put up 80 points. If Jrue Holiday, Khris Middleton, Brooke Lopez sometimes come up with them.
Yeah. Wait a minute, Bobby Portis.
Stop. Can we just miss that narrative? I don't want to hear it for any team. I don't want to hear it for the beloved Lakers and LeBron James. He will not do it by himself. I don't care about KD doing, and I love KD, but he will not win a championship by himself. Can we please stop that?
Yeah. All right. So look, let's switch gears to the Phoenix Suns monumental effort, but just not enough. What can the Suns do to make it back to the finals next season?
You know, the Suns what surprised me. I'm so glad that they made it this far. I believe it was well deserved for them to make it to the finals, for them to win the Western Conference champion. I think all that was great. In retrospect, I would say they need to tighten up on defense. Come up with something, or acquire players that can help them with that. When we get deep into the playoffs, see that you know, it's so funny how the 3-ball looked real good. Let me tell you what the Milwaukee Bucks did do. They sure made that mid-range game look real nice.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
Driving to the basket, they made that look real popular again, didn't they? So I think the Suns need to one of the things I see that they need to tighten up on defense. That's for one.
Okay.
I think that they also need to figure out a backup plan for DeAndre Ayton. Or expand his game.
Okay.
In some aspects, right? I would love to see the Suns find a Brooke Lopez type of player, forward center player that can perhaps move, in Joel Embiid type player that can sometimes move out of the paint, go to the perimeter, just kind of just open it up a little bit, because what Ayton, we know he's going to get his rebounds. If you feed in the ball, he'll get his points. But it's now time. He's been in the league a long time for him to now develop and stretch his game outside of just the rebound paint action. I think.
Yeah. Well, we already discussed Devin Booker, how he needs to probably hit the weight room and get a little stronger so he can have better ball control. Yeah. That's for sure. But, you know, Booker's a great player. I mean, he has all the intangibles, right? But if he can just get stronger, he will take his game to the next level.
Oh, I think that was one of the flaws that actually came out in his game in the series against the Bucks was that he was his hands were a little weak. Yeah. You're going to get the ball stripped every now and then, but when one player, Jrue Holiday, can do it often, like you can do it often. So I think that's something he can work on, which is not a bad thing. These are things that he can work on. I think that he is still a great player. I don't know. And this is just a question. I don't know the answer to it, and I'm not one way or the other about it. But do you think that Chris Paul, as great of a connection as he has with Devin Booker, do you think that hindered Devin Booker's? I don't even know how to say it.
I think I know what you mean.
I don't know how to even word it, but I feel like at some point was Devin Booker holding back. I don't know what that. I don't know. It was just I don't even know how to express it. But there is something about Devin Booker's game that I felt that he had more. I don't even know. I don't know. Something.
So basically, Devin Booker didn't empty the tank because Chris Paul was out there, and he respects Chris Paul and didn't want to take anything away from him. Maybe
that's probably where I'm leaning toward. Which I don't have a problem with it. I just wonder if, and I can't say. And somebody can come back and say, well, he put up 40 points and he did that. I just feel like Devin Booker got more. I don't know. Yeah. It's just something I can see him really. I just believe he could have done more.
Okay.
It's weird. It's just, I think he actually has more. I'm not saying it was suppressed and I'm not saying it was intentional, but it may be something subconscious where. Yeah,
I know what happened. It was that Jrue Holiday defense.
Oh, okay, maybe that's what it was.
It was that. That'll change up the game real quick when you got a good defender on you like that. Now, I also think, speaking of Chris Paul, I think he may have been injured. Something was going on. As many turnovers as he had, I think he had 15 over a course of 3 games or so. That is not Chris Paul that I know. Something was going on with his hand or his shoulder, and he hasn't said anything. And
I read something that said he had like a slightly torn something in his shoulder, and that something was wrong with his hand.
Yeah,
something. I don't know exactly what it was, but that would explain the change in his performance. In games like 4, 5, and 6.
Oh yeah. It may have been 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like this guy. I mean, it was uncharacteristic of him. He always takes care of the ball. He's a great leader. I think he was doing that. Floor general. I think he was doing that pretty good. But I'm telling you, he was very sloppy with the ball, and I think he was injured. And I'm glad he didn't come back and say, "Oh, yeah," because that doesn't look good. Oh, no. This is why we lost. No, you were out there, right?
Out there. Yeah. You step on that court. Injury who? Injury where? If you out there, not to sit on the sideline. Yeah, no, but I'm glad he continued to persevere through that.
Yeah.
And I'm just, again, this is not taking anything away from the Suns. They did a phenomenal job this season. I just to get to where they were able to make it, Monty Williams, and then all of that strategy and all the great things that people are saying about the Suns, I agree. But now we're talking about what can they do, for next season. And one of the things I talked about, the defense and figure out a backup plan or expand the game of DeAndre Ayton.
Well, I think Monty Williams should consider a campaign at point guard. Need to go younger at the point guard position. Chris Paul can still be there if he chooses to still give us that leadership off the bench.
It is time for him to still play if he wants to play. But I agree with you. At what point will these, it's time for him to say, I'm about to pass the torch.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm going to pass the baton. You next. Let me show you how to do that. But campaign is an unrestricted free agent right now. I'm gonna need the Suns to open up that checkbook. They better pay him.
Yeah,
because I can tell you right now, if they don't, he will be picked up. Clippers, he will be picked up on the. He was phenomenal.
He was.
So they better pay him. Otherwise, he gone.
I also think they need to bolster their bench a little bit. I do not like Torrey Craig backing up Mikal Bridges. I just didn't think we got enough offensive production from Torrey Craig. Maybe he's more of a defender. I didn't see much of either in the playoffs at all. Okay. So they need to consider that. And I want to see Cam Johnson more.
Yes, I agree. Hopefully when the regular season begins, if they decide to run it back with some of those same players, Monty Williams will utilize Cam Johnsons, the campaigns, Torrey Craig more in the starting lineup.
Torrey Craig?
Why not?
Oh,
where are you gonna go?
Well, right now he's backing up Mikal Bridges. I'm not picking Torrey Craig over Mikal. I mean,
I'm not saying. I'm saying regular season. When you're talking about what is your new strategy, and you know how the teams normally start off with, moving their players in and out of the starting lineup just to see what that part looks like. Can you be confident that Mikal Bridges will be able to be more consistent next season?
That's what we need from him as well. Because he's great during the regular season, but I feel like he disappeared. I feel like DeAndre Ayton disappeared in games 5 and 6 when it mattered the most.
That's what I'm talking about. I just couldn't believe DeAndre Ayton almost went back to regular season. DeAndre, it blew me away. I was like, where is he even on the floor? Like,
it was disappointing to see. Yeah, it was. All right, so what can the Milwaukee Bucks do next season? I mean, they look pretty stacked. What can they do?
Run it back. I want them to run it back to prove that they can be a superstar team, or what is a super team? Right?
Super team. Okay.
Because if you think about it, I would love to see this semi-healthy Milwaukee Bucks, because by the time you get to the end of the playoffs, everybody injured in some way, right? It could be minor, but you in pain. To what a semi-healthy Nets team looks like. What is that? That series went 7. Can they do that again? I just want to see. I really hate when teams have a great season, make it to the playoffs, go deep into the playoffs, even win the championship, and then all of a sudden they just blow it up. Don't blow it up. Not this season. Now going into the next season, don't blow it up. Take this same core and run it back. And then see if that is a true, can you create a dynasty based off of that? And then after next season, if it don't work out, then you start to blow it up. But don't blow it up right now.
Yeah, I hope
Milwaukee don't blow it up. Run it all the way back. Now, if you want to change some of your bench players, I have no problem with that. Swap out some people, that's fine. But the core,
I actually like their bench. Pat Connaughton, PJ Tucker, and Bobby Portis, Brooke Lopez, like they're deep. They're a deep team,
right?
Even Zinzo was injured. We didn't get a chance to see him. So they're nice.
They'll be making some moves. I mean, has there ever been a team in NBA history that has never made a move during the offseason?
That's the thing. Well, specifically with the Bucks, I know Bobby Portis is up for more money. He's up for a new contract.
They love Bobby Portis.
And the fact that I don't know. The fact that they just won, players are like, look, hey, where's my money?
Where's my money? And you're going to be messing around with a busted team next season. You're
going to play for the Chicago Bulls. Like, where you going to go from here? Winning a championship? You going to the Bulls, to the Kings? Where you going?
Oh, don't say the Kings. Let me tell you what won't happen in Sacramento. A championship run.
Yeah, you can get a double-digit contract, but you're gonna lose, and you're a champion. Like, no,
you can get a double-digit contract, and you will be fading off into the sunset. Ain't nobody gonna know who you are. But if that's what you want, player movement, do all of the things. But this high you're on right now, you're not gonna get it with another team.
No,
well, it may not happen.
Yeah, they won the championship, right? So I want to know this: which win would have been sweeter?
Give me my choice. Give me my options.
The Bucks or the Suns? Which would have been sweeter?
The Suns.
I know, right? Yeah.
The Suns. However, Giannis and him achieving MVP and winning the championship was really nice too. Considering where he came from. Like, that journey, we take it for granted. I'm telling you. And for him to be able to finally do that. However, the Suns would have been a little bit more sweeter to me because of Monty Williams.
Yes.
I think their coach would have been a part of that. I don't know. And Devin Booker, I think because the narrative has been shaped to really love the Chris Paul and the Devin Booker and the Monty Williams, they have a great narrative out there. It would have been nice. that's why I think it's important that sports analysts really talk about all teams as much as they can equally, so we can also find love and be excited for the Milwaukee Bucks. Not just because I'm in Milwaukee. It's just, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I think a Suns win would have been sweeter too, for all those reasons you just mentioned. And it's too bad, because I really think that was Chris Paul's last opportunity
to win a championship. You think so?
Yeah, I do.
Nah, he can do it again. Yeah. No,
I don't know. 36 years of age.
You think anybody would want? You think he's going to go back to the Phoenix Suns?
I think he should. Yep. We'll see.
Yeah, he should. He should be done. Find your place. Find your team where you'll retire.
Yeah.
All
right, you guys, we're going to wrap up this episode. Make sure you drop down any comments and let us know what you think about this. And we will see you guys on the next one. But until then,
peace,
y'all.